Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Zalfa Humaira and I'm from A Senior High School. The motion that we will be talking about today is should middle-class parents support their child's choice to deprioritize formal educations in favor of pursuing digital creative skills or career such as content creation, audio-visual design, and etc. There are many types of educations. The one that we will be focusing on today is formal education. Formal education or formal learning usually takes place in the premises of the school, where a person may learn basic academic or trade skills. Small children often enter a nursery or a kindergarten, but often formal education begins in elementary school and continues with secondary school. Post-secondary educations or higher educations is usually at a college or university which may grant an academic degree. The educations there is usually based on the school curriculum and it is associated with a specific or stage and is provided under a certain set of rules and regulations. Some examples of formal educations such as 1. Learning in a classroom. 2. Schools grading or certifications, college and university degree. Third example is planned educations of different subjects having a proper syllabus acquired by attending the institutions. Every child grows up differently. What I mean by differently is how they grow up to be having different types of skills and interests. There are some children who enjoy and good at school subjects such as science, maths, language, and geography, and so on. And there are also children who love doing something that are not school related but really good at it, such as filming, dancing, making videos, singing, and designing things. There are also children who doesn't like these subjects and activities and are not good at doing it. That's when parents and teachers come around to help the children know what they enjoy and good at. And that's totally normal. By having a proper and must education curriculum in school, children may not be able to expand their potential on other skills, because how they have to focus on the school education like tests, quizzes, and homeworks, they don't have the time to develop these skills. Children can still be successful even if they don't do well in school. There are many sectors of jobs that doesn't apply school educations in them. The only thing they need is the support from parents and teachers, allowing them to only focus on things that they enjoy doing and good at. By making them focus on that skills, it can develop their creativity and interest. Some examples of successful people that didn't finish schools, such as number 1, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the co-founder of Apple and one of the most successful entrepreneurs of our time. He dropped out of Reed College after one semester. Second example is Richard Branson. Richard Branson is the founder of the Virgin Group, which consists of more than 400 companies. He dropped out of school at the age of 16. Third example is Michael Dell. Michael Dell is the founder and CEO of Dell Technologies. He started the company while he was studying at the University of Texas at Austin. He dropped out of school to focus on his business full-time. Fourth example is Sergey Brin. Sergey Brin is the co-founder of Google. He started the company while he was studying at Stanford University. However, he dropped out of school to focus on Google full-time. Fifth example is Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey is the co-founder and CEO of Twitter and Square. He dropped out of New York University after 2 years. Next example is Evan Williams. Evan Williams is the co-founder of Twitter and Medium. He dropped out of University of Nebraska after 2 years. Next example is Paul Allen. Paul Allen is the co-founder of Microsoft. He dropped out of the Washington State University after 2 years to start Microsoft with his friend Bill Gates. And the last example is Jod Karim. Jod Karim is the co-founder of YouTube. He started the company while he was studying at Stanford University. He dropped out of school to focus on YouTube full-time. Parents have to see that children don't have to be number 1 in class to be successful. Parents these days only focus on their children's ranking in school without actually knowing their child's capability and skills. From these examples above, we could clearly see that children don't only have to focus on the school formal educations in order to be successful. Parents should pay more attention to their child's interests and let them expand those skills to the maximum level. There are also some examples of successful Indonesian role models that didn't finish their educations, such as number 1, Adam Malik. The figure of the Indonesian's vice president in the year 1978 to 1983 is indeed not very well known, except you can find about him in elementary or junior high school history books. Adam Malik's name may be better known as the pioneer of the founding of ASEAN in 1967. Although he did not finish school, Adam Malik is an intellectual and has a leadership spirit. He is self-taught by reading various books and mastering photography. Second example is Bob Sadino. Bob Sadino is one of the most successful businessmen in Indonesia. Even though he studied at the Faculty of Law, University of Indonesia, Bob Sadino dropped out of university because he thinks university is boring. Third example is Lani Siswadi. She is the owner and inventor of the famous sambal burudi. This made Lani Siswadi the most successful woman in Indonesia today. She did not graduate from elementary school because she dropped out of school when she was in 4th grade due to political matters. And the last example is Susi Padjastuti. Susi Padjastuti is known as a successful businesswoman. She also uses to be the Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries in the working cabinet led by President Jokowi in the 2014 and 2019 period. Susi is one of the successful people in Indonesia who doesn't have a degree, and she also didn't finish her high school. Based on the facts above, yes, as a middle-class parents, this house will support their child's choice to deprioritize formal educations in favor of pursuing digital creative skills or career such as content creation, audiovisual designs, and etc. It doesn't matter if you are middle-class parents or upper-class parents. Children can still expand their skills. The only thing they need is their parents' support and encouragement. Also, parents have to pay more attention to their child's skills and capability instead of only focusing on their grades and ranking. Last but not least, I would like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my arguments towards these motions. And I hope that my arguments will lead you to the right side of these motions. Have a good evening, everyone.